The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water. Them, him restored I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I RASTA go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Who prepare a table before right in the presence of our enemy them. Who anointed I head who to no aisle. Me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy. I go follow I all the days of I veni. I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Ja! Kadamawe gromabia tela exact beer. Tana istalina bashante shante 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 shante. Kadamawe gromabia tela where two and three meet in the name of the Most High Ja. There's so Jaja there. If Jaja never build up your other biller, I go build it in vain. Same way, if Jaja never watch upon your house, the white man I go watch it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and them is safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. Oh, Mauso Bolisa. I don't know what all ever a sickle for. How Mauso Bolisa. Akpe kaka. This is the Black Pot, aka Coco Shonamo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk Rastana. In every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Oh yes, ingredients of so many different types, shapes, sizes, colors, aroma, and even flavor. Oh, put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot to be subjected to some amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce some good food, very sumptuous and very nutritious. The ingredients and the black pot do not even partake in the eating of the food, but us, the eaters. Yet every time, this selfless collaborative effort between the black pot and the ingredients will continue. And sumptuousness is always assured. Nutrition, always assured. Now what can we learn from this? A lot of us will not be part of it as long as we will not benefit from it directly. That is selfish. If we don't benefit from it today, our children will benefit from that. Our children's children. Plant trees. Do not be scared that you may not live long enough to enjoy the benefit that as the fruits and then the shade of the trees. If you don't enjoy the shade, your children, your grandchildren will benefit from that. My brother, my sister, it's the same thing with our nation. When we are building the nation, we should never ever say, oh, I'm building this house, and because I will not live long enough by the time that this house is finished, I will not enjoy living in this house, I will not build it. No, that is selfishness. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Pot, aka Coco Shonam. And here, we are only looking at the mindset of our people, rewiring the minds of our people. Now, if the average African mindset is righted, every little thing will be correct. A lot of our leaders that we claim are so good are only thinking about roads, hospitals, and schools. But if the mindset is wrong, you can build everything for the citizenry. They will destroy every little thing and look for new ones. It's like a child that you buy a toy for. If the child is not taught how to take a very good care of the toy, the importance of the toy, and that the child must keep the toy, and when he grows above the toy, the little ones that are coming after him can also use it. He might just destroy it and look for more. Here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we'll not shy away from that. We will only criticize for one reason, to build and not to destroy. We are in the service of God and country. This is the Black Pot, and we are on YouTube. Oh yes, our YouTube channel is Black Empire Media. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification button. This is where we give you everything that you need to know. Yes, going around Africa and beyond, especially in Ghana. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonom, and we are on all other social media platforms. Now, the good news is that we are also supported by ISIT, ISIT. And when we talk about ISIT, we're talking about in spirit, in truth. You connect with family and friends. Listen, if your regular social media platform is all negative, yes, racism, nudity, and even violence, then you have to jump ships and latch onto ISIT. ISIT is another, not just another social media app. It is one of a difference. How? It's all positive, built by Ghanaian engineers in America. Now they are powerful algorithms that remove all kinds of negativity. My brother, my sister, this is your app. It's called ISIT, ISIT. Download it from App Store and Google Play for free. What can you do with ISIT? In spirit, in truth. You can go live, you can make audio and video calls, post your photographs and videos, and of course, you are sharing your talent. At the same time, you are telling us about your brand and selling your product. This is ISIT. It's a positive platform. Meet other positive minds and grow your brand and business. My name, Blakk Rasta, and I'm on ISIT. I would like you to be on ISIT too. This is time for action. Today we have a number of stories we want to share with you, all in the interest of our nation. Number one, Nogokpo in Adamant power play. Nogokpo in Adamant power play. Listen, this is Nogokpo. And this shrine there, my brother, my sister, is a very powerful deity. Many people attest to the fact that a lot of people go here for spiritual healing. And a lot of them come out attesting to the fact that they have been healed spiritually. Nogokpo is in the Volta region of Ghana. Now we all know what is going on between Archbishop Ajinasare and, of course, the Nogokpo people. He was preaching, and then he said he had gone to the Volta region some time ago to preach. And he was preaching in Aflao, but his hotel was in Agbozome. On his way back to his hotel room, he had to go through Nogokpo. And Nogokpo, being the headquarters of all demonic activities in the Volta region, one of his junior pastors was following him on this trip, and he had the tire of his car come out. All because of the powers in Nogokpo. Because that day, he had instructed that junior pastor, one Pastor Edu, to preach and disgrace the witches and demons in the Volta region. The people of Nogokpo did not take kindly to this. Because if you are talking about that shrine, then the name of the shrine is not Nogokpo. It's Salaja. If you are talking about the shrine, talk about the shrine, give it its right name, but don't generalize and say everybody in Nogokpo is in a city or a town or a village that is the headquarters of the demon. Ajinasare had the concerns. He came out politely and addressed the issue. For me, he addressed the issue right. He told the people of Nogokpo, in fact, my wife is also from the area, the Volta region. My two biological children are named after the wonderful people of the Volta region. Under no circumstances would I look to cast a slur on my own people, because my wife's people are my people. So please ignore all other social media commentaries, but this is what it is. In fact, he gave us a seeming apology. For us, we thought it was all over. But in a twist to the whole thing, Nogokpo granted a press release, and then they ordered the man of God, better still, Archbishop Ajinasare, to come over within 14 days to meet the people of Nogokpo. If not, they will show him that they are in control of the cosmic energy. That's what they said. And many people have spoken about it. One, it's unconstitutional. Two, it doesn't show the kind of traditional people that we want to hear from. It was a bad press. And the least we talk about this, the better. You are supposed to be very mature. The chief of the area, the people of the area are respected. If Ajinasari has made a mistake, come back to apologize. And you want to meet him. We have said this time and again. It's just a matter of saying, oh, we have heard your apology. But time and again, these things recur. Christians especially talk ill about us. Please, we are inviting you to come over so we will sit together and jaw so we don't continue to war. This is how a press conference should sound. Not power play. Come 14 days or else we show you where the cosmic power is. Okay, he's not coming. Show him the cosmic power. These are my people. Nogokpo people are my people. Anytime I'm traveling to that area and I reach Nogokpo, I get down and pray. Because it is an area, whether you like it or not, that has a certain energy around it. Whether you consider that energy negative or positive is up to you. But when I enter into an area, my spirit tells me that this is what it is. I sometimes would like to come down and pray and ask God, God, you asked me, you gave me that intuition that there is something around here. Whatever positive is here, give it to me. Whatever negative, I bind it and I send it out. And then I move. I like those areas. I am a traditionalist. I love tradition. But interestingly, I'm picking up some information. And you're going to hear it first time here. The chief of Nogokpo himself, and I'm telling you on authority, is not interested in this 14-day sermon. He has approached his own people, the people around him, and told them that, listen, the way people are making so much noise about this issue, let's drop it. He said, no, if you drop it, they won't take you serious. And he's a young chief. They won't take you serious. Let's show him. Let's use him as a scapegoat. Well, the chief has to listen to his own people. But on authority, the chief himself, if he had his own way, he will just let it slide. Like any other chief who has great wisdom would do. And I believe that the chief of Nogokpo has that wisdom. But the people around him are those who are pushing it. Now listen, if Ajinasari doesn't come, what are you going to do to him? You're going to kill him? You're going to chase him in his church and shoot him? Or the cosmic power is going to come down on him? That cosmic power won't work. You know why it will not work? Because power works according to the dictates of the hearts of people. Ajinasari has come to apologize to the people. He has misstepped, overstepped his boundaries, and he has come back, dedicated some time, so humbly. Look at his demeanor. At the time he was talking about Nogokpo, there was so much energy. Oh, the headquarters of all the demons. But when he came to render the apology, look how cold he was. Can't you read body language? I spoke with Osofo Komfo Achukove, the head of the Africania mission. And I sought to reason with him and say that I know you have a hand in some of these things. You're a traditional person just like me. I've attended a lot of traditional events by Africania. A lot, a number of them. Every time they invite me, I go there. But this one, I said, I'm not in agreement. The way the press release was done could have been better. We all make mistakes. Nobody should be too arrogant to say, oh, I made a mistake. No. We all make mistakes. The way it was done, in fact, took a lot of respect out of Nogokpo. Rather, if Ajinasari doesn't die after 14 days or even 1 month, who is going to respect Nogokpo again? Who will go there? You are going to give people the opportunity to even run away from your worship and join the people who have not died. At least they have shown power. We don't need that. We don't need that energy at all. The chief has realized it and is talking. If I were the chief, I would insist that once the peace council has come in, let us blow it away. Anyway, why am I taking the wind out of the sail? Blow up the story. Watch the headlines. Nogokpo sets peace council's intervention aside. Insists Ajin Asari's appearance is non-negotiable. Did you hear that? One of the spokespersons, elders of the Nogokpo township, Nuflealagba Mawufemo, has established that although his outfit doesn't have any problem with the Peace Council's intervention in their fracas with Archbishop Charles Ajinasari, their 14-day ultimatum still holds. In the midst of the brewing tension between the Nogokpo traditional authorities and Archbishop Charles Ajinasari, the founder of the Perez Chapel International, the International Peace Council says it has taken a proactive step in mediating a peace agreement between the two parties. Come here. Watch me. This decision comes in response to the conflict which was triggered by remarks made by the Archbishop during a sermon where he referred to Nogokpo as the demonic headquarters of the Volta region. By reacting to Peace Council's intentions, Nuflealagba Mawufemo insists that nothing can wipe away their call for Archbishop Ajinasari to make an appearance before them. He said it has become very necessary for the man of God to be taken through some questioning and also to render a physical apology for what he described as desecrating the land. We have taken note of Peace Council submissions. Our stand on this issue is, if Peace Council wants to intervene, we don't have any problem with that. But our 14-day ultimatum still holds. Nothing can wipe it. Definitely, he has to come and apologize. It's not negotiable. We said he should come and answer one or two. I mean, power play. Look, Mawufemo is my brethren. Even though because of this issue, he says, I'm not going to trust you anymore. You are not my brethren anymore. You are still my brethren. Whether you like it or not, you are still my brethren. You don't decide who your brother should be. It's nature that decides who your brother is. You understand? That's how we are. He's my brethren. He's angry. But this is power play for nothing. If Mawufemo is not careful, you are going to destroy the good name of Nogokpo. And the good people of Nogokpo should not sit down for one person to demean it. This is not love for tradition. It is what is called foolhardiness. It doesn't mean somebody's a fool. That's not the meaning. Some people think foolhardiness means that somebody's a fool. No. It means empty bravery. That's the meaning of foolhardiness. Empty bravery. There's a house that is burning. You jump into the house that you are going to quench it. That is not bravery. It's foolhardiness. Empty bravery. You understand? That is what is happening there in Nogokpo. Look, nobody is bigger than the truth. If the chiefs of Nogokpo sit down and let one man continue to talk like this, in fact, you are going to destroy the good name of the area. The chief himself is not in agreement. Osofu Konfu Achukove, after I spoke with him personally, he told me that, yes, Blakk RASTA, the point you are making is a very good point. Can we sit down and redraft the thing? Then all of a sudden, Mawufemo comes out to say, no, the 14 days ultimatum. What are you going to do to Ajinasari? Are you the deity? Are you the deity? What power do you have aside the deity? Let the deity decide what it will do. But you are asking the man to come and no. This is not right. Please, let us be careful. When you do this, you are dragging the name of tradition in the mud. Ajinasari made a mistake. When he talked about the demonic whatever, I was one of the people to come out first and condemn him. That this thing that man said, it doesn't make sense. What is that? Why are you saying this? But now everybody is supporting Ajina Sari because of the manner in which this thing has been handled. Sometimes when you are right, but you react in some way, you make people support the person who is even wrong. True? So please, Osofu Komfo Achu Kove, the chief of Nogokpo and the good people of Nogokpo, don't sit down and watch one person or two people decide for all of you, or else when the blame is coming, it falls on the heads of all of you. We love Nogokpo and we want Nogokpo to continue to be that seat of power. I'll leave it here. Come here. The next story I would like to look at is rolling on your screen, and I need you to open your ears and listen. Watch. Professor Frimpong Boating crowned. He has turned the seat of government into a circus. This great man, he's a surgeon, heart surgeon, so respected. He came from Germany several years ago and instituted the very first outfit there for those kind of surgeries and all that. We all respect him and we love him. Recently, he decided to talk about Galamsey. He had written a whole thesis, a PhD thesis, and had taken to the presidency. He had pinpointed and named some people who were involved in the destroying of our forests, the destruction. Look, listen, those of us who believe what we believe in, our forests have a lot of spirits in there. How many people know this? That's why our ancestors in the days would say, on this day, don't enter the forest. There are some places, make a mistake and go and have sex in the forest and see. You will lock. Or you'll be impotent for life. There are spirits in so many different areas. Islam believes in that. Christianity believes in that. Muslims believe in that. Spirits live with us. In fact, the spirits are even more than human beings. They see us, we can't see them. How can you fight something that you don't see? You have to also fight it spiritually. Many people don't understand that. Some even rubbish it and say, oh, there's no spirit. Okay. I'm not ready to go into that debate. But we sit down and we watch our forests destroyed. What are our traditionalists saying? When we insult one deity, then we come out and say, come and apologize. We are chasing people to come and show power. But when our forests are being destroyed, do you know how many spirits and deities are in there? That we don't care, because nobody said, oh, this deity is this, that deity is this. Please. They say cleanliness is next to godliness. Your environment is so dirty and polluted, and you think that you are close to God? It doesn't make sense. You cannot be close to God. It doesn't make sense at all. Cleanliness is next to godliness. You go into the mosque with a jalabia that is smelling as if you are the latrine man of Nima. Cleanliness is next to godliness. You wake up, you don't clean your teeth. For 3 days, when you open your teeth, it's like you have swallowed honey. They painted your teeth with honey. What is wrong with you? In our society, the smellier you are, the closer you are to God. True or false? I used to have a malam whose jalabia was smelling like hell. And many people were praising him because they said he was holy. To be holy, just smell. True? How many people agree? There are some men of God, so-called Christian men of God. My brother, when you walk past them, it's hell. They have never shaved their armpits for the past 120 years. Some of them do not even know that they have pubic hair. It's grown like Sasabonsam forest. Listen. And they walk around you, and people are so happy to hug them because they are getting some anointing. What is that anointing? Anointing of death. How can you be close to God when you are so dirty? The same way when we destroy our forests, all in the name of mining. Hey, I know some places where, hey, maybe Black RASTA knows too much. I've been to areas full of gold. but the kind of spirits guarding the gold. I remember when I was a little child, I won't give you details. There was a time they said that there was some gold in some area, and I was privy to that information. I was only about 18 years or so when they brought some spiritualists from Tamale. I wouldn't mention their names. They are dead now, 2 of them. And they went into the area. It was somewhere in the Ashanti region. The chief had invited the people that there was some gold they had seen, but anytime anybody was going around there, they would find out that either something would slap them or whip them. They would turn around and see that, or they'll be hearing voices shouting at them to return. It was like a cave. So one Mumuni went into the area. Because he was a Muslim, they thought that he was a juju man. He had power. So they consulted him so that he could lead them into the cave to pick the gold. I told these stories to people close to me several times. And when Mumuni took his buta, performed ablution and did his rakat, I think he did about 100 rakats, and then held his tasbah, going into the cave, Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad, Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad, Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad, Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad, and was entering there. He was hearing voices, Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad. When he tried to enter the cave, something slapped him. He had stroke. That stroke killed him after 7 years. He could never get up again. Now this Tamale spiritual men came in, and they were trying to go into this cave. And my brother, I'm not going to complete this story. There are things in this world. We are Africans. That is why when people look down on traditionalists, I'm hurt. The same way, I will not be happy if traditionalists look down on Muslims or Christians. Religious tolerance. Show us the good side of your worship, your faith, your creed. You don't have to dim some other person's light for yours to shine. No, there's no need. Why am I talking about this when I'm talking about Frimpong BOATENG? He was talking about the conservation of the forests. Galamsey, illegal mining had destroyed all these forests. Why are people going all the way on mountains to pray? Do you know why? The peace, the serenity. But today, our forests are getting destroyed. Here we have about 47 forest reserves in Ghana. All of them have been desecrated. I like to use the word desecrate. These are holy places. But we have gone there with our bad mind. Because of some gold or some oil somewhere, we have desecrated the whole place. But how many traditionalists are talking about this? They would rather go and pour libation, and so you can now go. So that they remove the spirits from there, and you can go and destroy the land. There is no better traditional worship than the conservation of nature. How many people agree with me? There is no better traditional worship of faith than the conservation of the forest and nature. If you destroy nature, you don't have any faith. Who are you worshiping? The Maker has made nature, and you are destroying it. Anyway, Professor Frimpong BOATENG decided to conserve nature, and that was his crime. They vilified him, bastardized him, and then somebody else has crowned him. Watch it. See, the Germans have decided that they will crown him. Look at the German flag in the background. But who is this man? This bald-headed man. Ghana has vilified him, bastardized him, thrown him out under the bus, and the bus has flattened him and gone. But the Germans picked him up, cleaned him up, and put a crown, not a crown of thorns, but a crown of diamonds on his head. Watch the story. German government honors Professor Frimpong BOATENG for his fight against Galamsey. Remember, the same German ambassador was approached by Nana Akufo-Addo, or Dumfu Kumfu, Nana Akufo-Addo, to talk to the Chinese so that they will give us what? Loans. In fact, apart from giving us loans, they will cancel all the debts that we owe them. Such an irresponsible president. Very irresponsible. And the German ambassador said, yes, we are friends with the Chinese, but we will never approach the Chinese on your behalf until you, your irresponsible government, you look at how much you are destroying Ghana by spending outside the budget. Your government size is over bloated. Even in Germany, where we have more money than you, we don't have that. Some people thought that it was disrespectful to talk to the president like, but the president has behaved so irresponsibly. I will not hold a brief for any such man. But look at the story today. Come here, my lord. Come on. German government honors Professor FRIMPONG for his fight against galamsey. Former Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Professor FRIMPONG has been recognized by the German government for his unwavering fight against illegal small-scale mining. In a 36-page report, Mr. FRIMPONG cited top officials engaged in illegal mining, as well as persons hindering his fight against the canker. At the event, Mr. FRIMPONG appealed to Ghanaians to join forces to plant trees across to build a good environmental and sanitation environment. Also, he urged people to desist from pulling down trees and polluting the environment, because these trees and forest reserves serve as recreational facilities and have health benefits for individuals. And hence, protecting the forest and planting more greens will be a great way of sustaining the government holiday. He says, speaking at the event, Mr. FRIMPONG appealed to Ghanaians to join forces to plant trees to build a good environmental and sanitation environment. Listen, we should plant trees. Yet galamsey is eating up all the trees. We rather have Christian men of God go into the forest to pray, instead of organizing the churches to go and plant trees. We are going there to pray. True. The traditionalists are doing absolutely nothing. They are even worse. Look how Asantehene is busily destooling chiefs in the Ashanti region for galamsey. What kind of a chief are you? If there is anything like a show of power, power play, this is the time to show that power. Come as a traditionalist and say, hey, Nogokpo says, anybody who goes into the forest to do galamsey, thunder will strike him, he will die. That's what we want to hear. Who is Ajinasari? It's a little fly, as compared to the nation. Nobody is bigger than the nation. You waste your time on Ajinasari. Come and apologize when people are destroying the land. Come out and say that, hey, Nogokpo says, the whole Nogokpo, all the people, the chiefs and people of Nogokpo and the Salaja shrine is very angry. Anybody who does galamsey in A, B, C, D, E, F, all over Ghana, thunder is going to strike you, die. We give you 14 days to pack all your accoutrements out of the forest. The 14 days you are giving to Ajinasari, give it to these galamsey people. Recently, traditionalists went to court and they lost. They lost. Didn't they lose? Don't let people laugh at us. Do not let people laugh at us. We love our tradition, we love our culture, but don't ridicule this culture. People have protected it and kept it all these years. Let us be careful with the way we speak, or else, at the end of the day, we will mess everything up and we will become a laughing stock to everybody. To Professor FRIMPONG, come here. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We love you. As for this president, he's the worst president Satan has ever created. This president, Satan is waiting for him in hell. I wish, read my lips, Nogokpo, I wish that you rather give this president a 14-day ultimatum to come and build the roads in the Volta region. 14 days, Mr. President. Come and build the roads in the Volta, or else Nogokpo, Salaja will strike. You will see how the people will applaud. Child labor. Hey, we've given people 14 days if they don't stop child labor. Hey, thunder God, Salaja. Boom. The bad water that we are drinking in Obuasi, 14 days if you don't clear it, Salaja. Boom. You waste time on a little fry. Little fry. Ajinasare. If you kill him, and what? This is the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonamo, where we speak. I saw a video, I think somebody showed me a video of somebody saying, and the Black Rasta has gone to smoke his weed and blah, 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 and he's talking against, hey, Davi, Madakuku. If there's anybody who loves the Volta region more than me, then that person is dead and gone. And people who know, they know. They know. They know. We have to be really careful. You will mess up everything before you realize that what Black Rasta was saying was nothing but the truth. To God be the glory. When we return, we got more. Hey! Wayo!
Blackpot, Coco show, man.
This is the Black Pot, aka Coco Shonaman. Here we speak truth to power. My name is Black Rasta. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called Black Empire Media, and click on the notification button so that anytime we come out, you'll be the first person to see this. This is the powerhouse of Africa. It's called Black Empire Media. Come here. Next story. Watch me. Destooled chief calls Asantehene his junior. Destooled chief calls Asantehene his junior. This is the chief. Antoahene. Remember we talked about Antoahene being destooled? And we gave you reasons why Asantehene decided to remove him. Multiple sales of land and some other such things. Asantehene destooled him. But look at his reaction. I was here before Asantehene. Antoahene on why he installed a chief without Otunfo's approval. Can you hear that? Run the rhythm. Watch me. It says, the overlord of the Ashanti kingdom, His Royal Majesty, Nana Otunfo Osei-Tutu II, ordered the destoolement of the chief of Antwa, Nana Owusu Ejimai I on Monday, May 29, 2023 at the Mansha Palace. According to sources from Mansha, after a judicial hearing presided by the Asantehene on the same day, the chief of Antwa, also known as Antoahene, had violated customary procedures by appointing his nephew to take over his reign while he is alive. And in the process, denigrated the Asantehene. Narrating the sequence of events before the Judicial Council in his testimony, the family head of the family of Asantehene explained that the Asantehene had earlier explained to his chiefs who opposed his decision to install his nephew as chief that he does not need permission and approval of the Asantehene because he was the occupant of the stool before Asantehene was made king of Ashanti. The family head recounted. After the Asantehene informed me that he wanted to install his nephew as Asantehene and empower him to perform all the functions of the Asantehene, I counseled him against it because customarily, it is only the Otumfuo that has the power and the authority to delegate such powers to anyone. So let's seek the approval and blessing of the Otumfuo before we make any such move. Now, according to the family head, the response of the 96-year-old Asantehene to him was that he was young and not properly brought up culture-wise. Did you hear that? Come back there. He said Asantehene is what? Young and not brought up properly culture-wise. Hey! And this is a chief talking. The custodian of our traditions and culture. A custodian, in fact, not there. You see? You see? Next page, run it. He says what? Next page, he added, the Asantehene said, I am a child and that I was not properly trained culturally, but he was. That he, the chief, is 96 years old and not a child. He questioned me on what he would do if Asantehene disagrees. I responded by asking him what will happen should our overlord oppose his decision after he installs his nephew. I beg to say that Asantehene indicated that Asantehene would have to explain to him why he does not agree with his decision. Kai. So you see arrogance. You are older than your boss. Because of that, you are your boss's boss. You are more educated than your boss. For that reason, you are your boss's boss. Is this a chief? You see the kind of chiefs we have. Very arrogant and culturally silly. Their brains are not developed when it comes to the culture. Hey! Asantehene is young and not culturally brought up properly. And because you are old and the custodian of culture and tradition, you are better than Asantehene. You are the Asantehene now. I will forgive him because he's 96. For all you know, he's suffering from depression. Yes, old age-related depression. It happens. He's even lucky, 96. Some people by 65, they're already in that state. They don't make sense anymore. It's sad. It is so sad, so sad. In the days when a chief was destooled, I knew that they would remove his slippers and slap him with the slippers. Did they do that to him? Maybe they should have done that. In public, so everybody would see. These are the things we are talking about. Chiefs will fight each other, denigrate each other. Then later, Anajinasari comes out to say something. And now you want to come together. How is it possible? You have not put respect on the value of chieftaincy and tradition. You yourselves are looking down on the thing. How could Asantehene? Asantehene is only a small section of the whole Ashanti region. The overlord of the whole Asantehene. You are older than him. And whatever decision you take and he disagrees, he has to come and explain to you because you are the grandfather of everybody in this world. He's behaving like the Agric minister. Akoto. He's behaving like him. How dare you speak to me like this? My son is older than you. As if old age is a certificate. Please, it's a privilege to be able to be old. It is good for young people to respect. But you don't go writing on your shirt, I'm old, respect me. Walking in the street, people will think you are mad. Command it. How do you command it? By behaving responsibly. You can't be selling lands to multiple people and expect that people will respect you. You cannot be sleeping with people's wives and expect that people are going to respect you. You cannot be talking to people anyhow and expect that people are going to respect you. Respect is absolutely reciprocal. Asantehene, shame on you. Shame on you. This is Asantehene you are talking to. Shame on you. Shame on you. And to the people who opposed him and told him you cannot do this without Otumfuo, I salute you. But did you go ahead to report him to the Asantehene? Did you? To God be the glory. When we return, but let me just add this. You see the same thing about this tradition and chiefs not respecting themselves and getting into unnecessary politicking and all that. You are demeaning yourselves. You are demeaning yourselves. Nana Akufo-Addo went to a function and a chief refused to stand for the national anthem. And Nana Akufo-Addo got angry and asked the Greater Accra Regional Minister to ask him and his elders to stand up. Is that one to a chief? Today I was talking about it on radio. Is that one to a chief? You don't respect the whole nation. You go and sit in your small village as a chief and think that your village is better than the whole country. Oh, please. Do not kill chieftaincy, traditions and culture in our time. People have fought to be able to keep this. Don't be careless. When we return, we got more. Hey! Wayo!
Blackpot. Coco show, man.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonamo, and we're live on Pan-African TV, also live on Loud Silence TV, super live on Black Empire TV. This is the man, my name, Black Rasta, 100% in support of our traditions and culture, 100% a patriot, 100% Nkrumahis, 100% African, 100% black. Come here. Next story. Now watch it. It says Ghana schools close early for affordability. Not quality anymore. They can't afford. So the school children are forced to close and go home and stay with their parents because they can't give them food. Logistics gone down. And Vice President said he's going to give a laptop to every student. They can't get food. Laptop. They don't even have chairs to sit on. Where are they going to put the laptops? On the floor? I think not. They are there constructing the place. Right now, people's prayer is that their MPs should die so that the dirty government in power can come and fix their area. Such a joke, arrogant government. I've never seen such a dirty political star of a government. Bring the story. Primary and secondary schools to close early. Why? Bring the story. It says most heads of schools have finally come out to complain on the experience and struggle to keep learners in school due to the high prices of commodities and delays in the release of capitation funds to these institutions. Latest appeals from the head teachers and principals to the government to disperse school capitation funds and others are ongoing to all primary and secondary schools. Now, these heads have indicated that the government urgently needs to intervene in the ongoing situation that has forced them to acquire supplies on credit following the shortage of funds. Hush. Joy News came out with a documentary, a series known as Schools of Shame. Ghana School of Shame, Schools of Shame. And when you watch the documentary, you break down. Children are lying down on the floor. Some have to leave their home as early as 5 a.m. so that they'll be able to occupy the chair before some other person comes. Some of them have to wade through rivers to go to their school. And when you go to the Yendi area, a teacher had to swim several kilometers to go to school and swim back to his house. Why? What have we done wrong? Yeah, then. There are 9 children at Fana. Over there, they were going to school, cross the river in a canoe, handled by a 12-year-old. 9. 12-year-old paddling the canoe. And when it overturned, it capsized, 9 children dead. And this is not 20 BC. This is just last month. Why are we doing this to our generation? Why is it that we don't have a heart inside us that beats for patriotism? And all these people in power, a lot of them have children. A lot of them are attending schools in America and England and South Africa. They will not dare let them go to school here. Kai, posterity will judge us, wallahi Allah. Dash. Next story. Sometimes these stories, they bring tears into my eyes, man. I don't like to stay on them. Logistics. Ghana movies flop. You are going to shoot a Ghana movie. You need a train in the movie. You go to get permission to film a train. And they tell you, no, the train is unfilmable. Come here. The train is unfilmable. We won't allow you to do that. What is the reason? Well, because we are in power. We are power. We won't do it. That's it. Nothing more. Hey! Look, I have been privileged, and I thank God for that privilege. I've traveled around the world. When I go to America, I can pick my camera and take photos of almost every plane that arrives. Anyone that is taking off, take a picture anywhere. When I walk around in America, I haven't seen a single place where they said, "Don't, you can't take a photo here." Yet America is one country that is one of the most targeted for terrorism. Ghana, that terrorists are not even thinking about. What do you have for terrorists to even think about? The other day I heard that they said terrorists might come in and take our gold. So that they will sell that and use that to finance their terrorism. My brother, come to Ghana and they not film. Come to Ghana. When you are walking around the military area, you can't take a photo. The other day, Caleb went to the BNI, wherever that place was. I don't remember exactly. beat him up like an idiot, kicked his stomach, and were reading political and tribal underpinnings and undertones into the whole thing. That's how lowly our country has descended. My brother, but why are we saying this? Logistics. Ghana movies flop. Why at all? Come here. Watch me. An airline refused to give us a plane after charging $5,000. Lewin reveals struggles faced by entertainment industry. Run the story. Watch this. Ghanaian actor and producer Kwajon Kansa alias Lewin has shared details about the struggles faced by industry players in accessing locations for their shoots. Speaking in an interview with Zion Felix, Lewin detailed how an airline denied his production team the use of an airplane for a movie shoot, even after agreeing to pay a fee of $5,000. Let's say you need the airport for a project. You will send letters and everything, but you will never be granted access. And when you are denied access and you compromise to shoot the movie still, you will bitterly be criticized for not using the airport scene as it was needed. Dash. So when you read the story, he talked about how he approached the airport and then he was charged money. And at the end of the day, the airline said, we are not going to agree. You can't shoot anything here. So the film industry, Socrates Safo, and the rest, the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. This is how you're going to draw tourists into your country. By making sure that some of the 9 scenes cannot be seen in our movies. Is that how you want to draw people here? There should be a powerful outfit. Minister of Creativity, Mark Okeku Mante and all those people. It's a shame. It's a big shame. It's common plane you can't get. Yet music videos can be shot in the presidential palace. You fly drones all over the place. In the president's office, they are filming. Yet at the airport, you cannot film. You see how lowly we have become. But again, when you are not up to the level of Hollywood and you force the wood in your galley, you force the wood in your kuma, you force the wood in your thing, this is what happens to you. You think Hollywood goes around looking for planes? They are plane models. In California, they can build a set that looks like the JFK airport. That's why they are called wood. You have decided to force the wood in your Kumasi, force the wood in your galley, force the wood almost everywhere. Our elders say, if the baby goat decides to wear the rope of its mother, when they are beating it, they beat it like the mother. Be careful putting that label on yourself. On this note, I would like to say thank you so much. You say, utu eyifuno na watu weisufu. I don't know whether it's kwedu or adwe or whatever, but I know you would understand what I'm saying. My name is Blakk RASTA, and I want to say thank you so much. I do appreciate you and I do love you. It's been the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification button. On the 24th day of June, we are all going for the Kuchoko Roots Festival. We also have the Cocoa Roots Festival in there. When you come in, you drink cocoa for free. You eat kulkuli, masa, and kose, and then vegan kebab, all for free. Great artists are coming. Blakk RASTA is playing. Q-Shandeya is already in the country from St. Vincent. We have Taj Weeks. His Royal Excellency coming all the way from St. Lucia. We have Burkinabe artists. I'm talking about Rasim Posh and Zedmo coming in for the concert. We also have 2 Jamaican artists who are already in the country. Michael Fabulous alongside Twana Hope. They are all coming. The Vibration Kings band is playing alongside the mighty Octodus band. Rena is playing. AC is playing. Oh, Conqueror Vibes, Black Messiah, Ras Boomba. Oh God. 15 artists on stage one night. It's the biggest reggae festival to ever hit this country. And it's the best in the world. We drink cocoa. Do you know what cocoa is? In South Africa, they call it Wonka Moate. We give it to you for free. It's been the Blackport, aka Cocoa Showroom. Now you can buy your advance tickets now because it's a limited sitting. It's happening at Alliance Francaise in Accra. Here. Alliance. Oh, Preacher Man is also playing and it's coming all the way from Tamale. The cocoa is coming all the way from Tamale. Original Dagomba cocoa. It's 100 Ghana cedis. Buy your tickets now, or else, if everything is bought on the day, you might not have a ticket. Please call these numbers right now. 0244 499 461. That's 0244 499 461. And you will certainly have your tickets. I have my ticket already and I'm playing. Big up Ras Aswad in Krabia. Big up Nana Jima and big up everybody. Maglab Hotel, wonderful people who have been patronizing Kuchoko Roots Festival. Is the best festival soon. My name is Black Rasta. It's been the Blackport. Hey! Woyo!
Lick more drum.
A spiritual blend of Jamaican reggae and indigenous African roots music is affectionately called Kuchoko.
This year, all the ancestors and spirits of Africa will descend to celebrate the Kuchoko Roots Festival 2023.
Happening live at the Alliance Francaise, Accra.
On Saturday, June 24 at 7 p.m. sharp till you pass out.
Artists in action are Black Rasta, your Kuchoko legend, His Royal Excellency Taj Wicks from St. Lucia, Kyushan Dea from St. Vincent, Rasim Posh and Zedmo from Burkina Faso, the land of the upright. Now the rest of the Kuchoko warriors are Ras Kuku from Boom, Ras Boomba, Conqueror Vibes, Black Messiah, Rena, Ras Preacherman, Vibration Kings Band.
Special Kuchoko guest for 2023 is Samuel Owusu, a high life legend. MCs Kin Lagazi and Ras Kwame Malcolm.
This year, the Kuchoko Roots Festival comes with the Cocoa Roots Festival. Come and drink free cocoa, box with kose, masa, and vegan kebab and kuli kuli.
All this for free. This is crazy. You are either at Kuchoko Roots Festival 2023 or in hell. Rate is 100 Ghana cedis flat. Date Saturday 24 June 2023. Time 7 p.m. sharp. Media partners TV3, 3FM, Onua FM, and 3news.com.
Sponsors Rasta Chocomalt, McBancy, Acid, Vegan Port.
Suffer, rich man need this suffer, lie.
Woyo!